Okay, I'm back everyone, and in this video we're going to focus on doing just a basic foot massage. So when you get off work or you've been doing some activities where you've had to stay on your feet a lot, it's great to reward yourself and show your feet some appreciation and some love by just doing a massage. Of course, you can spend as much time as you choose, but I'm just going to provide sort of a quick demonstration. Well, I say it's going to be quick, but we'll see um, just how things are flowing. But I did feel guided to do some massage techniques, and there'll probably be a little bit of reflexology rubbing within there as well. So, as always, make sure that you are hydrated, that you have some water, and of course drink water afterwards, even if you aren't drinking a lot on the onset. Of course, I love to keep water with me and so I always make sure that no matter what I'm doing, even as I'm transitioning from one technique to another in terms of videos or so, I always like to have my water with me. So again, I'm going to invite you to drink as well. Next, I think I'm going to put it over here, that way it's not squeaking on me. I have it over here in the corner most of the time. Okay, so trying to decide which I'm going to use to moisturize. I think I'm going to use oil. I have lotions over here as well, in oil lotions, but I'm going to use my ginger essential oil. Okay, this is good. I'm going to start with my left foot, right? So I want to just start by just rubbing just the top. And normally what I do when I'm actually doing a foot massage is I just rub over the entire foot, just, starting out. But a lot of times I like to just follow the guidance. So just rubbing here, I'm going to rub over the ankle bones as well. So yeah, just start off by just rubbing, just rubbing your foot. There's no real I would say definite technique or so. You can't really get this wrong, but there are some ways that I believe can jumpstart the process better. And warming up the foot just in a very, gentle way. But if you feel the need to get a little bit more rigorous, you can. But just, start off. Just allow yourself to be guided. Like, that's what I'm allowing myself to do during this time, because there's the part of me that wants to get a little technical about the best way to do it, but everyone's different and every time is different. So the best way for one time may not be the best way for another time. Not saying that either way is wrong, but there are just some better ways to approach the body during certain times, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right. Okay. So I am going to start right in this area because this is what's calling to me here. And it's no soreness, no tenderness or anything. That's just where the guidance is directing me to. And what I get the feeling is, as I'm doing this, it's relaxing other areas. Just warming the foot up for what's about to take place. Okay. So spending some time on the ankle area is what I am getting for this moment. So again, you all can follow along with me or just use this time just to work on yourself, okay? As you rub underneath here, just gently, it is actually working your hips. And for those of you who follow these videos, you know that a lot of the warm-ups that I do, I'm doing that involves opening up the hip flexor, getting the entire body really prepared for what's going to be happening. It just allows the stimulation of higher functionality for well-being to support just your overall process. So I'm just feeling guided just to rub, in this area. So it could be that my hips that I'm not actually working out at this point, I'm not massaging those directly. This is a very nonlinear way to support the hips. And you think about it, it's supporting the feet and the legs. The hips are kind of the core, so they definitely need to be the higher supportive experience that you need to give attention to because of what they have to experience and the experience that they're providing for you. Because without your hips, you would be able to, your legs in the sockets and everything, you wouldn't be able to function. Right, so, all right. So I'm just going to come here in the middle. Start just massaging there. Again, allow yourself to be guided. So even as I'm rubbing this, I am rubbing across the adrenals and the kidney reflexes and hitting up on the diaphragm a little bit, also the solar plexus. So I'm actually coming in this area, it's kind of the stomach area. And I like to be mindful when I'm rubbing in this area because the stomach, which is found on the left foot, is normally when working reflexology, we work it in one direction because we don't want to back up the stomach. So I try to be a little bit mindful when I'm in this area because the pancreas is here, as well. But again, we are just kind of doing a general, massage. So it's not that it's that deep at the moment. But for me, of course, because I know where everything is, I do try to be, mindful of that. Okay, I'm going to come back over here to the side here. Again, I'm just following the guidance. I was so ready to just say, hey, let's jump in and do this. I want to show you these different techniques of how to best massage your feet. And no, the guidance is just be in the freestyle and allow my own body to be the guidance in terms of what I need. And who knows that some of you could possibly need these areas to be focused on as well. So I'm glad to provide a demonstration of what is most aligned for me at this time. Okay, I'm actually going to use some lotion. Feeling guided to come up here, so You never know once you get started where you're going to be guided to go. So that's why it's just good to be in the moment and listen to the body. And I'm going a little bit deeper because that's what the guidance is kind of instructing me to do. But of course, you all be as gentle or as rough with yourself as, well, I shouldn't say rough, but as rigorous or just however. Just allow, again, your body's intelligence to direct you. So I'm just working the back of my calf as well. I think I'm going to put my foot out here too. Now, one thing I will point out is that be mindful if you work up underneath your knee. I don't really recommend doing deep massage in that area. So if you can work maybe around it, it's okay to rub it, but I don't recommend working deep, deep in there. So a little bit more lotion here. I realized I was going to be coming up in this area. So, but again, that's where the guidance is, so that's what I'm going to be, just working in the areas of the guidance. So again, if you're on your feet a lot, but even sometimes when you're sitting down quite a bit, you still need the energy to move. You need that circulation, to flow. It's about movement, for sure, in different ways. So again, whether you're standing or whether you're sitting long term, your legs have been in a certain position for quite some time. But, regardless, it's just great to show your body some love, but primarily the leg area, because we have to do the standing, whether standing, sitting, walking, or so. We just need to bring more awareness to how we can best support ourselves and reward ourselves. And it shouldn't even have to really be like a reward, because it should be kind of a regular thing, that we are doing. But for some of you who are new to the DIY bodywork, this is the best way to build, that relationship with your body. And then you can know how to follow the guidance. So I'm massaging my knees right now because I'm needing a lot of love and support. Again, I'm not feeling any discomfort in any areas, but this also is helping to get out ahead, moving the blood, and again, getting the circulation going, because it's going to stop other things from setting up, and maybe some potential pain that could be on the way from me standing or walking a lot. And then sometimes the flooring, and I've done other videos, as it relates to this, sometimes the flooring that we walk on doesn't always support us, even when we have the best of shoes. So okay, I'm going to come over to the right, and again, just allow myself to be guided. So what I'm going to do is actually be present before I just jump in and, and start here. I'm going to drink a little bit more water too. Okay, so the energy's here. And for some of you, it may be just moisturizing yourself. Maybe you are just hydrating your body, your feet and your legs in that way by just lotioning. For me, I definitely needed to spend some time here just working on myself. Again, not because of any discomfort. I feel that it's more prevention in a sense than it is anything else. So, yeah, so just move the energy here. Applying medium pressure here, but I feel like I'm going to apply a little bit more. All right. So I'm actually going across the spine reflex at this point, which working the spine is very important in terms of the central nervous system. And for those of you who know, I'm empathic, so that's one of those key areas with the nervous system that has to constantly be sort of attended to. That feels so right, honestly, it does. It's probably why I'm staying here a little bit longer, is whatever this is doing, it definitely is working the right area in terms of well-beingness, because I can actually feel stimulation through my entire body just by, touching these areas. So I'm actually going to do, not worm walking, but I'll just show you what I'm doing. Just some circular motions up here. It's a form of worm walking, but it's a little bit different here. It's more worm rubbing. So yeah. So I'm getting the guidance just to be here. And of course, when we're talking about the spine, you have to be, mindful and careful. Of course, this isn't working directly on the spine, but what it is generating higher functionality. But I like to be mindful. But I know exactly the right amount of pressure to put on this area. So if you want to put more pressure on this area, again, check in with your body to make sure, that it's okay. So I'm doing kind of just some circular motions here with the palm of my hand. Okay. And again, you can follow along, but definitely, again, check in with your body. Like me, I'm trained in this, so I know exactly what to push, what not to push or press. But I'm going to be honest, with DIY bodywork, it's really hard to get that wrong in a sense. I'm not saying that you can't, but it is difficult when to really get it wrong. And the reason why is because if you're just doing kind of the basic rubbing, a reflexology rub in a sense, then you're not getting as deep or pressing on certain points like you would if you were literally doing reflexology on yourself. So the rubbing is fairly safe. But as I say, just check in with your body. Get the guidance, right? You can't go wrong when you're checking in. Okay. So I'm just in freestyle mode right now, just again following the guidance. You continue to do the same, or for those of you who are following along with me, and definitely leave a comment or so if you're working on yourself during this time, or if you found this beneficial for yourself. I honestly believe that this is really for you all just about moving the energy at this point. It's not about being so technical or doing it right or wrong. I think it's just really getting circulation and energy going and moving. And again, I'd love to hear in terms of how that is working out for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing here. Just going up and down. Up and down there. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I said that it would be quick, and then I said, whoa, I don't know, it just depends. And it turns out that this was not just a quick demonstration. Went in a totally different direction, which is fine. I allow myself again to be guided. So yeah, but that feels, for me, that feels amazing, honestly. And I hope that whatever part you participated in has benefited you as well. So I will be back, of course, with more videos. And as always, you can secure a copy of I Touch Myself and I Like It. And there's actually another version of this out now, and I'll have a link within the description. But I'm looking forward to being back with more videos for you soon.